Alrighty y'all, so today we're going to be talking about my second prototype of the aluminum splitting wedge. These are both machined from 775 aluminum. And if you guys haven't checked out the first video, I'll leave a link in the description as well as the video. You can check it out to see how this aluminum holds up to being striked on. So the prototype did not have these grooves, nor did it have this little bit of a tapering back towards the striking face. The original version had the straight taper of the wedge all the way back to the striking face and none of these grooves, because I just want to test out the concept before I got too fancy. But this one here, I essentially just set it flat with the bottom of the vise in the mill, and of course, you know, the head is flat, and milled this down. I believe this is 200 thousandths, but of course, you know, I wasn't being too terribly precise with my zero, so I could be off. And then for these, I used a 5/8 inch ball end mill, and I don't remember exactly what the length was, but once again, my zero might have been a few thousandths off. I wasn't trying to be too precise or anything, but I went down 150 thousandths. And you can see about how far that is from the end there. And I would have gone further and maybe possibly deeper, but I was worried about if I brought it out further that I might make the aluminum super thin where the end of the slot is, or maybe even punch through. And I'm not sure if that would weaken it structurally or anything. So that's what I changed over the original. Added these slots and this taper here. And the reason I did that is if you look at a vintage splitting wedge, this one you can see has it tapered back towards the striking face. So I believe that should give it more strength. And then all the straight splitting wedges that I've had or used have a slot in them. That one has a slot. So does that one. So does this one too. So if they're putting slots in there, they must be for a reason, and I assume they're to reduce friction. So as you can see, I put 2 slots in each of these, and I'm not sure if I mentioned it or not, I used a 5/8 inch ball end mill. This one was the original prototype. I just brought it back into the shop and changed it. Once again, I milled this flat and then used the same 5/8 inch ball end mill for this, except I went down around 120 thousandths on this one as opposed to 150, so I could feel safe bringing it closer to the edge. And show you guys a side-by-side comparison. You can see on this one they go a little bit further and they're also a little bit narrower. And I imagined it would be pretty important to have these go down towards the tip, because, you know, you figure once you got the wedge up to here, you know, the wood's still applying force to the wedge, but you're starting to split it if you haven't split it. A lot of the force, when it's really pinching hard and not wanting to split, it's more on the lower side of the wedge. So that's what I did. And I've yet to try it out with these tapers back here and with these slots, so stay tuned. Hopefully I can find some good gnarly wood to test it on. I'll leave a link in this video and then in the description to the first video where I test the prototype. Be sure to check that out. Please subscribe if you found this educational or entertaining. God bless, and see you on the next one.